Pompadours are the greatest hairstyle to ever exist. They radiate confidence and strength. They point in the direction of every goal. They stand high above the masses, even though they are nowhere near as volumetric as they once were. Modern Pompadours are pathetic. They're small and make you look like a normal member of society. Now, the legacy of Pompadours is carried on in media, and I want to honor the heroes who rock the do. But Pompadours are more than a hairstyle. Characters who style their hair to the stars must embody certain virtues to truly represent a pomp. They must have heart, be there for others no matter what. Bravery, face danger head on and hair first. Conviction, they must believe in themselves no matter what detractors say. And regardless of my previous statement, they must have impeccable hair. It cannot shy away, it must stand with confidence. Size isn't all that matters, there's also spirit. Cards on the table. Most of this is just me looking at character designs and making rabid assumptions, especially for less known characters. But this isn't a show about pop culture. This is Pomp Culture. We're starting strong with one of my favorite characters, Lawrence Nelson from Wonderful 101. He's the original Wonder Red and the current commander of the Sentinels Planetary Service. Being a superhero alone proves that he's there for others, but we personally see his actions. He saves a young Will Wedgwood, raises him, trains him, and has him take up the mantle of Wonder Red. Will's a newbie, but Lawrence knows he's got the heart to be a leader, and that proves that Lawrence has a ton of heart. As captain of the Wonderful 101, he still jumps into the fray and fights with the team. He'll even lead when it's necessary without hesitation. Even when facing a planet-destroying laser, he stands his ground and fights. Bravery oozes from his every pore. In the past, Lawrence was known for diving hair first into battle and impulsively engaging the enemy. It was foolhardy and dangerous, yet he always came out on top. And through experience and facing death, he grew even more responsible. Now he's the man chiding his foolhardy subordinates in order for them to grow. He stuck by his beliefs and then matured with them. He held to his convictions and modified them with experience and growth, and that's what Pompadours are all about. And let's be honest, he's got a dope pompadour. What is there to say about his perfect do? The man not only has a pomp, but it's almost the size of his body, and he's taken the time to form it into a drill. And not only that, he's taken this time to shape his chest hair into a drill. He's got a whole motif going. It's not only his hair and his chest, they even match his weapon. He's got drills for days. He's got size and spirit for millennia. The only downside is that when he's the captain, he doesn't rock the do anymore. He's just the captain of the hat. But I gotta wonder, under the hat, does he still have a little pomp up there? I'd like to think he does. But even if you don't see it, we know that drill is still on his heart, literally. So I gotta give Lawrence Nelson a heaven-piercing Giga Drill out of 10. Next, we've got Guernica Vandam from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Spoilers for Chapter 1, but this was all in the trailers, and holy cow, this dude is so cool, I can't not talk about him. Vandam is the definition of a grizzled warrior. He's a neutral party fighting with a small group against two battle-hardened armies, and he clearly cares for his subordinates based on his reactions to when they're hurt or die. But Vandam also cares for strangers around him. He had no reason to take notice of Noah and Mio's parties, but watched them closely. He quickly realized they were special and leaped into the fray to stop their fight. Hell, even without a weapon, he was able to shatter the ground and push back a group of 6 people. The man is built! You want to talk about brave? Vandam literally stands his ground against what can only be called a demon. With a gun in his fists, he fights back knowing he's at a disadvantage. And it's also he can teach some stupid kids a lesson about the world. No matter what others would say, Vandam sticks to his beliefs and tells others about them. He wants nothing more than for others to grow and to learn the truth of their world. So much so that he's the one that kicks off the whole adventure of Xenoblade 3. And obviously we gotta talk about his design. Before I get to his pomp, I want to talk about Vandam's beard and scar. They're so cool. We don't get to see much of him, but the design leaves such a massive impression. It's obvious he's lived a long and difficult life, but still continues to fight and defend others. And he has a pompadour and mullet. No one needs 5 party members, but Vandam just needs his hair. It whips in the wind but doesn't waver, much like the man himself. He holds firm like his beliefs. Vandam and his pompadour are both the embodiment of a guiding light that burns brightly from experience. I rate him as the best multiversal Vandam out of 10. Now, let's be honest, not all pompadours are donned by serious characters. Some are comical, foolish, downright stupid, yet they still embody big pomp energy. None more so than the Gentleman of Light Ildebrand Manderville from Final Fantasy XIV. The man has more heart than I can even describe, and part of that is because he's so unequivocally stupid that I can't understand him. But due to that, he has a sort of childlike innocence that drives him to help others. Hildebrand believes everyone deserves justice, and especially those who can't help themselves, so he always seeks out ways to help others even if he spends a lot of the time tripping over himself. And he spends a lot of time tripping over himself, though sometimes it's on purpose. Hildebrand's unique stupidity gives him unmatched bravery. He'll barrel into danger because he doesn't perceive it. Even when he's completely out of depth, Hildebrand offers his aid. Though sometimes his inflated ego makes him think he's the one doing the saving, and often that's not true. He just gets beaten up. But he's not one to stay down! The world bends its will around Hildebrand's unique brand of luck and helps him get back on his feet, just for him to rush hair first into danger and attempt to help others. And I commend that! Even when he repeatedly loses his memory, Hildebrand's need to help others is so strong that he's drawn to them. Sure, he doesn't actually help much, and he's a complete moron, but he screws up so much that his more capable allies gather around the chaos and assist him. Now, Hildebrand doesn't have the strongest pompadour, but I think it suits him the way it is. It's short, to the point, and just weird enough that you can't help but stare. He presents himself as a gentleman and thus has a gentlemanly pomp. It doesn't need to be massive to embody his spirit. Hildebrand's pompadour complements his entire design. He's well dressed and fanciful. He walks with unimaginable swagger. Goofy swagger, sure, but swagger nonetheless. He greets you with a flex and a smile that you can't help but reciprocate. Overconfidence and tomfoolery fully embody a pomp. Hildebrand gets a Manderville Mambo out of 10. Now today's final Pompalicious character is the one, the only, Semesage. Now hear me out. I know it's not some major character in Pokemon, and the Pansimi trio is pretty lame, but Semesage is unforgettable with its leafy pompadour. It doesn't have major character writing for me to decipher, but the Pokedex tells us everything we need to know. First of all, Semesage is a monkey. They may not be bears, but monkeys are cool as hell. Secondly, it's a classic delinquent. It takes no disrespect and attacks with an ill temper. It's trained to fight with its tail like a mace, and by evolution, its pompadour is off limits. It literally tastes bitter, and I doubt Semesage would take it lightly if someone touched its leafy dew. Semesage deserves its pompadour as much as anyone else, and for that I give it a literally the best part of the Pansimi trio out of 10. Thanks for watching. As per usual, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Take care of yourselves, and drink your juice boxes.